Another day, another dead scientist. Now, we all know there's already been 55 dead bankers in the last year, and the number continues to rise with mysterious deaths. Guy shooting himself 7 times with a nail gun in the head. Do you believe he committed suicide? That's what they ruled. People found with their throats slit in the bathtub with the knife underneath them. Folks jumping off the 30th floor after making $10 million, or the 14th floor, or the 7th floor, or getting run over on a jog by a minivan, hit and run, or getting stabbed to death in the middle of a quiet town in Connecticut and laying in the street. I mean, do you really believe all them stories? Now, that's the bankers. Now we have dead scientists. Matter of fact, Steve Quayle, who does a great job with a list of scientists, I'll put the link below, has an unbelievable report. But here's the news happening right now. I want to thank Nick of New York for this report. We have another NASA scientist that has died. This happened last Friday. That's his plane crashing in the streets of L.A. What is it that these NASA scientists know and somebody don't want us to find out? Well, there was a 47-year-old NASA scientist, Alberto Behar. He helped to prove that there was water on Mars. This is the guy that helped prove that. According to a very sad Daily Mail story, his small plane crashed there in the streets of Los Angeles. He's 47 years old. He is dead. What did he know? What about John Rogers? He was a tropical disease expert in the tropics. He worked with the National Institute of Health. He was found dead near his home in a wrecked car that went off an embankment in Maryland back in September of 2014. Single car crash. He's dead. What about Glenn Thomas? He was an AIDS and Ebola scientist expert, a spokesperson even for the World Health Organization. He was one of 298 people that died on that Malaysian air flight MH17, the one that was shot out of the sky over Ukraine. He was on that plane. What did he know that we are not going to find out? And then there was Mark Ferry, age 59. He's a nuclear engineer, a renowned American engineer. He was found dead in his hotel room of a apparent heart attack, maybe. What did he know as a nuclear engineer? And then there was Professor Carol Armbruster, age 69, from the university professor of astronomy and astrophysicist. She was found in her own home by her roommate, dead in the kitchen with a knife stuck in her neck, and she had been stabbed in the chest. Are you serious? What? But wait, there's more. There's Anne Sarinsky, age 53. She pioneered cervical cancer vaccine. Remember her? Doctors are still lost. They can't explain what killed her in her Hampstead home this past August 2014. They don't know what was the cause of death for this brilliant researcher. And then there's Shane Todd, age 31. He had a PhD in electrical engineering. He was an expert. He was also found dead. He was very uncomfortable with the work he was doing for a Chinese company with a brand new, one-of-a-kind machine that had to do with defense. He also was mysteriously found dead. But wait, what did he die from? I mean, that's always the question, right? What did he die from? Well, they don't know. Matter of fact, even 60 Minutes, CBS 48 Hours, did a show on it. What did this young man do? He was very uncomfortable with this one-of-a-kind machine that they had him testing. So he quit his job, got a different job in Virginia, bought a ticket to fly to Virginia to his new job, and on his way, he was killed in the plane crash. And then there's Dr. Richard Holmes, age 48. He was a weapons expert. Dr. Holmes believed to have worked on the production of chemical protection suits for troops for the invasion of 1991. Are you serious? They say that he committed suicide. And then there's Melissa Katuni. She died last January 2013. Firefighters had to get her charred body. She was a pediatrician. She had been murdered. She had been hogtied. She had been strangled and set on fire in her basement. She had worked at a children's hospital in Philadelphia as a leading pediatrician and researcher. And then there's Professor Dr. Richard Crow, age 60. He died back in May of this year. Apparently drove his car off the side of the road embankment in Arizona. He was involved in an astronomy program, involved in what's coming in the sky. Then there was Gurul Bazarde, died this past January 17th. She was shot in her home. She was an Iranian molecular scientist, gunned down in her home. Also, there was James Miller, age 58. He died as a result of a home invasion. He had a doctorate degree in medical biochemistry at Ohio State University and was involved in research. And then there is Zachary Green Warfield, age 35. He died on the 4th of July from a strange boating accident in the Potomac River. He was founder and member of the board of directors of Ominous, a Virginia-based strategic consulting firm for the intelligence community. What did he know? And then there's Jonathan Whittam, age 55. He died, apparent heart attack. He was a professor of molecular bioscientist at a Weinberg College. Then there's Farjan Meng, age 29, and Chiang Zhang, age 26. Both of them drowned in a hotel swimming pool. What? Are you buying that? What did these guys do? They were involved, they were working on atomic pathology and specialists in the research of this new field. And then there is Andrei Provov. He died in a Russian plane crash. He was involved in hydropress factories and nuclear, and involved in development of Iran's nuclear plant. And then there's Roger Dickey, age 56. He died apparently because he jumped off the George Washington Bridge. He's a nuclear engineer. What nuclear engineer do you know at age 56 goes out and jumps off the George Washington Bridge? Are you buying that one? Folks, that's just a sampling of the 74 dead scientists listed on the Steve Quayle website. This article sent to me by Nick from New York is just a sampling of what's taking place. What is it they know? What is coming upon the earth? Is it plagues? Is it weapons? Is there things in the heavens? Why are all the scientists dying and dying of unexplained or murderous or weird circumstances? We're just going to leave this with you. You need to give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time. Something is going on.